Okay, good evening and welcome to the stream. We're going to be taking a look at the newly released Berks and Hants add-on for which has emerged for the railways of Devon and Cornwall, and also Just Trains Southwestern Expressway. This was released yesterday and is available through on-track simulations and also Alan Thompson Sim's website. The links are in the descriptions below, so feel free to go and check them out. In this stream, we're going to be taking the journey from Exeter St David's through to Reading. So let's start getting things set up here. So, quick look at the briefing. This is based on the COVID timetable. Is 1 Alpha 73 Exeter St David's to Paddington, but we shall only be going as far as Reading on this. Currently picking up passengers here at Exeter St David's. Our next stop will be Taunton, and then finally Reading. The reason why we're not going all the way to Paddington, I should explain as we get underway. So the route involves you get the full stretch from Reading all the way down to Penzance, and there's various scenarios included. You've got branch line scenarios, which involves Sunrise Branch, the Falmouth Branch, the Gunners Lake. You've got the line up through to Barnstable. But I must say, also point out that this is, even though this has been released, it's version 1, so it's work in progress. It's not fully complete. And when I say it's not fully complete, well, the details are as follows. You've got full scenery between Reading and the Scard. No scenery gaps at all. From west of the Scard, you've got gaps in the scenery, and I have driven a bit of it before I done this stream, just to find out where you've got scenery and where you haven't got scenery west of the Scard. So starting from Penzance, you've got scenery coming out of Penzance until you get just on the outskirts of Long Rock, then the scenery completely drops off. You've got scenery at St Earth and along the stretch of the Sunrise branch, and scenery through to Hale as well. About half a mile outside of Hale, going towards Redroof side, there's no scenery. The scenery then picks up at Redroof, and you've got full scenery from Redroof station right the way through to Truro and the outskirts. I've not been as far as St Austell yet, but I think there's scenery there, and also at Parr. But from Liscard right up to Reading, it's all completed. The scenery, the missing scenery, will be added later on. Regardless to whether you got the requirements or no, your scenery will be missing until it's all updated and added on. It is a work in progress, this route. But what they've done so far on the release is absolutely fantastic. It's gorgeous. There's a list. There's quite a large list of requirements you need for this. But prior to doing the stream, I drove a service from Penzance through to Truro, and in between Redroof and Truro, I've seen stuff in the scenery that I've not seen through on the railways to Devon and Cornwall route. So a lot of stuff has been added on to this, and route building is hard to get stuff near, so as detailed as possible. But there's another lovely little scenario on this as well, where you drive a service in a Class 43 service in First Great Western livery, and it's the last service. And this is based on real timetables. This is the last service this Class 43 did in First Great Western livery from Reading down before it went back to the depot to be painted in Great Western Railway. So I've driven a little bit of it. It's brilliant. You go through Westbury, Pewsey, Castle Carey. It's awesome. That will be coming up in the next video. And talking about GWR livery, I've also got the livery sorted out now for the Class 800s, AO2s, the IETs. So we'll see a bit of that in future videos. I know some people in there like them, some people don't like them, some people don't mind them. I actually don't mind them. When they first came out, I thought, ooh. I don't mind them. I wouldn't say I love them. I much prefer something like this, the old Class 43s. but scenery wise, as time goes on, they'll update. The route builders will add more scenery to the bits that are missing. I mean, there's 3 lovely scenarios which I've looked on, and it's the Class 205 thumpers. And basically, the way the scenarios go is that they've been tested and they've got the mainline ticket. And one service is from the Scard. That goes down to the Falmouth branch, down to Falmouth Docks. And another service is from Penzance to St Ives, St Ives back to St Irv, and then you take the 205 from St Irv up to their depot at Plymouth. And the other service is a service on the Loo branch. I can't wait to drive them, especially when the sceneries are all complete. But it's going to take time. I watched a video last night here on YouTube of, this guy is a route builder, and he said to get everything near enough exact, it takes a lot of time, and I quite believe that. I wouldn't even know where to begin when building a route. You're just going to get everything in near enough, or if not 100% in the right location, in the right place, or else people just won't like it. William Andreas, evening mate, and welcome to the merge of the Railways of Devon and Cornwall. Berks and Hants, released yesterday. Again, all the routes where the scenery is missing, you can't drive it. As I said, the track's all down, the signals are there, viaducts, bridges, they're all there. But it's just all the trackside scenery is missing at the minute. But they'll get to it. There'll be another release where parts of it will be sorted. I was going to do a video of this, but I thought, why not come on and stream it We've even got the gunner's leg branch as well on it. But it is just stunning. It's hard to describe it. You actually feel like you're on board. And going along for the ride, you know, rather than sat behind a TV screen with a keyboard on your lap. You actually feel like you're actually on board. I would actually also like to do videos between Penzance and the Scarred. So I do part 1, part 2, part 3 and part 4, but spread it out. Spread it out. So it's like part 1 as it is at the minute, and then so like part 2 with a bit of added scenery, and then part 3 as they sort of like give another update out. And so on until we got completed scenery. So we're about 10 miles away from our first stop, Taunton. Awesome. and it's Saturday night and I'm having a beer whilst playing Train Simulator and doing some entertaining you as well. Connor Payne, hi mate. Here we are now, arriving into Taunton. And welcome to Tiverton Parkway. Connor Payne, I like your videos. Thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate it. I'm glad you're enjoying what I'm putting up. I try to cover as much as I can to try and please everyone. Bless you. Visit Big Stones, local tourism, enjoy England. I do enjoy reading these signs. One-click shopping. Don't know why. Oh, Ready to depart already. Just a quick stop. Now we've got a long old run to Reading. 106.7 miles. Puts a smile on your face, doesn't it? It does mine. I do like the Class 43s. And I like your train. Thank you, mate. So yeah, another scenario is only you stop places like Newbury, Castle Carey, Pewsey. Another good thing I like as well is, you know, the further up you go, you start running alongside the canals. And I love the canals. You can get some really good shots. Train. Yeah, I knew what you meant, mate, Connor. I seen you put tail at the end, I thought, he means train. Ganger's hot there. Can you do this train route? What do you mean, mate? Connor Payne, what do you mean? London Paddington to Penzance. If you go back through my videos, you see I've done a 3-parter from Penzance all the way up to London Paddington. But on this new route here, obviously you haven't caught the beginning of the stream. This is a merge of the railways in Devon and Cornwall and Just Trains South Western Expressway. So there's basically completed scenery from Reading all the way down to Liscard. West of Liscard there's missing scenery. There's only certain sections between Liscard and Penzance which has got completed scenery. This is basically, even though they've released this, it's work in progress. So we're on version 1 at the minute, but another update will come through and there'll be more scenery added onto it. But there's no talk of them doing Reading to London Paddington yet. But you are able to drive Reading all the way down to Penzance in one big full run. If that makes sense. I hope I explained that properly. But we'll definitely, when that's all sorted, I'll do a live stream with that one day. We'll have a full run from either Paddington to Penzance or Penzance to Paddington. Even if it means stopping the game at Reading and then taking another service on a different scenario from Reading to Paddington. We'll get something sorted. Have you been past Bobbin Parkway? No, not on this one I haven't, no. We've only started off from Exeter St David's to Reading, this one is. Tell you what, when you're travelling between 95 and 100 miles an hour, you don't have kick them miles off. 95 miles left until we reach Reading. Yeah, I was wondering what to live stream. So there's quite a few scenarios. And it's a massive route, this is. It's huge. I was scrolling down, I've seen Class 43 in GWR livery. Nah, that'll do. Don't know why I blew my horn going over the bridge, but Nice, yeah. GWR is an amazing company. It's just a shame that when something goes wrong, they get so much grief from members of the public out there that don't understand how a railway runs or operates. There's certain members of the public out there thinks things can be done just by the click of a switch, and it's not the case. There's a lot of safety involved with the railways, a lot of safety. This is amazing. Me speeding isn't. Actually, Connor, the three-part video I've done from Penzance to Paddington, I think I started off on part 1 on the railways of Devon and Cornwall. But for some strange, no, from the railways of Devon and Cornwall, from from Penzance to Plymouth, and then from Plymouth to, oh god, I can't remember now, it's a while since I've done that. But anyway, the first 2 parts was the railways of Devon and Cornwall, but I had to split it up because for some reason I just couldn't go past Plymouth. So I thought, right, split it into 3 parts, and I think the 3rd part was Western Main Lines, just trains. So it would be nice to do the full run with this on this route, because the scenery is much greater and there's so much more detail. Watch this space, it will happen. Christmas is coming up and there will be a Christmas stream. Obviously not Christmas Day, because, you know, probably Boxing Day, there will be a Boxing Day stream. All day. Have you heard of this show called Painting 24/7? No, I haven't heard of that. Is there any videos on YouTube of that? Ah, I'll check that out. Painting 24/7. I'll have a look at that. What is that over there? Ah, it's a house. I thought it was some amazing structure. It's on an app called My5. Alright, I'll check that out. Good old class 43s. Old girls are getting on a bit now. Plenty of life in them yet though. You get to see what it's like for workers in Paddington. Yeah, I can imagine. That's an amazing station as well. Some people just get off the trains and just walk straight at the station, but I'm into all my old stuff as well. And I went up to Paddington with my girlfriend in February this year, and we actually stood on the platform and looked up. The structure of that station is incredible. A lot gone on there over the years. Over 2 million people a year, yeah, I can believe that. I can believe that. Makes you think how many go through a year at London King's Cross as well. Because there's so many routes that go off of that from King's Cross station. Shouldn't be that far away now till we start getting up to 125. So then, Connor, whilst I have seen you before in the chat, and I normally ask people this question, and I like an honest opinion. What do you think of the IETs? Be honest. Do you love them? Do you hate them? Or you don't mind? For some reason there, I wasn't picking up power. Now I am. And in notch 5, I just wasn't gaining any power. Yeah, it's been a strange old year, isn't it? It's been a strange year. Planned on doing a number of trips this year. Got to Scotland, and it was lucky we managed to get out to London in February. We'll have to see what next year brings. Make me smile a bit like your videos. "73 miles to Reading." And Reading Station in this has done quite nice. Actually, it's done very nice. There's no quite nice about it. None of you know, please. Scumbag, thank you. Yes. Plus the train in the 43 class, I would do electric train. Yeah. Prefer the class 43s. The amount of years they've been out and running on the lines. So many different engines, you know, it's like Valentas, and I think there's another one. Because Armstrong Powerhouse, they got 3 class 43 packs. I've got them all now. The last one I got the other day. I've yet to show that in a video. And they're still going. Built to last. And they're comfy to travel in as well. out of his, you know, I mean, I wish it was a day then when the Class 43s were still running from Penzance to Paddington. Never got to ride on one going that length. Been on the IETs and only had to get up and walk around 3 times on a 5-hour journey. What do you need for this game? What do you mean for this route or train simulator? If you mean train simulator, you can play it off a PlayStation 3 or 4. Or you can play it off of a desktop PC. I wouldn't recommend a laptop, really. Gaming laptops are okay to start off with for the first few years, but games advance, and sooner or later the laptops are useless. That's my opinion. A desktop computer is your way to go, really, and you need something with a decent amount of grunt. You need at least, I mean, I've got an i5 processor running at 3.60 gigahertz. I've got an NVIDIA GTX 970 graphics card, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and my main hard drive is a 500 gigabytes SSD, and I've got 2 250 gigabyte SSD cards as well. Hard drives, not cards, hard drives. You've got a PS4, you should be able to play it then. I'm pretty sure it's available for PlayStation. I know it is for Xbox. I'm sure it is for PlayStation as well. But if you've got a PS4, yes, no problem. You should be able to get it. That should run it, no problem. I'm not sure which way it runs for like a gaming console, whether it's the same setup method as it is for a computer, for a desktop computer. Because on a desktop computer you're going to set up a Steam account, because you can buy Train Simulator through there, and it just downloads to a file. Sorry, it will download to a file on your PlayStation 4, and then you can just use your joystick, your gaming controller to operate everything. And I know the PlayStation's come with the analog sticks as well, so that's handy for going on like external and looking around like that. So you can use that for all your zooming out, zooming in, looking around. But if you're into trains, go for it. Go for it, mate. I know the default, the actual sort of like default base game comes with a nice wide range of routes, trains, and you can just go from there, really. No problem, mate. Obviously, if you had a desktop computer, I'd be able to tell you A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But with a gaming console, it might be wise just to ask on YouTube, or so like how to install Train Simulator onto a PlayStation. No doubt there's quite a few videos out there explaining how to do it. Cornwall is a lovely place, yeah, proud to live here. $110 miles an hour now. Yeah. Ooh. An industrial place here. Sorry, but I need to have a quick look around here. Well, there's even lines going in here as well. Well, this is pretty good. I'll also get a few freight scenarios for this. This is pretty cool. Bit of an industrial place. This is what I love about the team of people who do stuff like this. I mean, you've got the main line there, and you've got, I mean, from the main line you can see past them towers, you can see past that wall and nothing. And they've gone out of their way to put details like this in that you can't even see from the train. And bearing in mind this is Train Simulator and not Scenery Simulator, to go through all this detail, hats off to them. Stunning job. Greetings from Colonel EXP. Good evening. Hope you're keeping well, mate. Flew over the town last night, nearly lost your drone. Oops. Was that through loss of signal or what? Excuse me. You love train games and you love bus games. Yeah, there's a bus game out there called OMSI. There's quite a few bus games out there actually, especially bus and coach simulator games. when it comes to simulation side of things, there's loads to choose from. Also, Connor, which I think is available to play on the PlayStation 4, is Train Sim World 2. I don't know if you've seen that or no. There's videos on YouTube of it. I've done a few. That's pretty good. But it doesn't offer nowhere near as many routes or as many trains as what Train Simulator Classic does. How to use the GPS setting to bring it back to the Fairfield. Good job you got it back, mate. Because I know you'd be a little bit upset if you lost that. I know that for sure. Playing the T-Bot of Cornwall game. Oh right, cool. Transport of Cornwall. Ah, right. I didn't even know that existed. Or is it a simulator, is it? I shouldn't really be saying this, really. I can't believe how smooth this is running. Watch the game memory dump now. Get a black screen with a big white message. Out of memory dump error. Going off an explorer shortly is going to be Cold Dust Farm Part 3. Cool. Be careful of the wind, mate, unless it's gone down. But I doubt you'll be flying your drone tonight, will you? I suppose it's going to be a on-foot explore. Welded rails, yeah, unfortunately. We're on the main line from on a new route which has been released, which is the Berks and Hants. It's basically emerged from the railways of Devon and Cornwall and Just Trains Southwestern Express, and it's basically a full stretch of line that runs from Reading all the way down to Penzance, and it includes the Sunrise branch, the Falmouth branch, Gunners Lake branch, the Loo branch, but it's a work in progress route at the minute, even though it's been released. Basically there's full scenery from Reading all the way down to the Scard, but west of the Scard to Penzance it's hit and miss scenery. Some stations you've got scenery, some places haven't got scenery, so basically they'll start releasing updates and you'll get the added scenery which is missing. But there's 3 lovely scenarios, which is driving a Class 205 thumper, which has been in for a test, and basically it's been released and it's had a ticket for mainline running. The first scenario, if my memory serves me correct, is a run from Liscard down to Falmouth Docks. I think scenario 2 is Penzance to St Ives to St Earth, and then St Earth to Narrow Depot. And scenario 3 is a run on the Loo branch line. But obviously with the missing scenery in a minute, it doesn't really make sense to play it yet. After all that explaining, I've got a dry throat. Bus go to Plymouth to Bodmin 11, change to 11A to Padstow. Padstow, most Cornish folk called Padstow Padstein. Yeah. Well, my review so far of this is pretty good. It runs smooth. Detail is good. Actually, detail is very good. It's a, as I said, a bit into the stream. I don't actually feel like I'm sat behind the TV with a keyboard on my lap. It actually feels like I'm in the car when I'm actually part of this. Well, nice chatting to everybody. I'm heading off now and exploring, hoping to get the videos on YouTube for tomorrow. Take it easy, folks. Cheers and go. Alright, guys. So if you're into your exploring stuff and you like to see old buildings, locations from the air, then hop on over and check out Colonel EXP. He's a good mate of mine. Provides some stunning content. So if you like that sort of thing, go head on over and check him out. Have a good explore, mate. I will but want to watch your live videos. Yeah, that's fine, man. I was just saying, yeah, it's like if anyone likes their exploring side of things. And Canoe EXP does a lot of that side of things, like, you know. Cheers, mate. Just spotted the tractor in the field. Bit of farming going on as well. The canals are now starting to come into view on the left hand side. Love it. Watch my videos for 9 months. Oh, brilliant. Thank you very much for the support. I'm glad you're enjoying the channel. There's a lot to come. A lot on the way. I'm even planning and contemplating on having a go at building my own route, building a branch line off an existing main line route. I'm seriously thinking about giving it a go. Sorry, but I've got to stop here. This is awesome. Look at that. That is worthy of a screenshot right there. That with the canal, the locks. Get one the other way as well. Try and get the right angle. That is wicked, seeing them canals. I've always wanted to have a canal holiday. Hire out a canal boat for a week and just have a nice, sedate, slow journey up the canal. But it's not cheap. It is not cheap. Can't wait for me to make my own line. Yeah. It's not going to be a 5-minute job. Basically, there's a couple of branch lines in Cornwall that haven't been done yet in Train Simulator. And what you can do, you can go into the editor and you can pick any main line you want to edit or anything like that. The two branch lines which I would love to have a go at building and hopefully succeed. Number one is the Houston Railway. That went off from Grenier Road Station. A station that was between St Irv and Camborne, for those of you that didn't know. And also the Chasewater to Newquay branch. Chasewater station was between Redroof and Truro. God, look at this. Love that, all the old rails alongside. A few skips. Trackside clutter. Have you drove a bus video before? Nope. I've got Euro Truck Simulator 2, and I've got American Truck Simulator. But those videos don't seem to go down well. That's the reason why I don't upload them anymore or make videos of them anymore. But bus side of things, no, I've never driven any. Would I do it? Yeah, give it a go. I'd like to have a go at stopping speeding one day. Oh, I think I don't think there's one video that I haven't speeded on. Really cool. Yeah, I've seen videos out there of it. There's one out there, I think is from OMSI 2. I'm probably completely and utterly wrong here, but there's one with the Enviro 400 double-decker. The bus service goes through London. I've seen that. That looks pretty good. And the sound of the bus is spot on. Might give it a go. I could be persuaded. I don't know yet. I'm enjoying Train Simulator too much. Too much. Can't really say too much. Well, yeah, I suppose you can. Depends which way you take it. Starting to get close to the built up areas though. The old FPS is starting to stutter a little bit. Not too bad. Yeah, 400 EVs. And the building works going on to the right of us. That is cool. Can I do a whole honk to your name? There you go. Thank you, no problem at all. Got the overhead lines there as well, so allow it to affect the frames a little bit. Not doing too bad though, only just about seeing it. 36 FPS, not bad. Jumped up to 39 now. Can I see the back of the train? Oh yeah. The tail lights. welcome, mate. Once we're done with this route, we'll just take a look through the scenario list. Just show you what's to offer and what you get scenario wise. I only just spotted that warning board then. This has been fun. Sorry about your spelling, don't apologise. I'm good at improvising. King train driver. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your driver speaking. We are now on the final approach to Reading. Please make sure you take all your personal belongings with you. And thank you for travelling aboard this service with us today. Reading, our next and final stop. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. I just had to say that. Reading Station. Well, there we go. That was the first of the many scenarios available on this new route. This was the service from Exeter St David's through to a Reading station aboard Class 43 done by Armstrong Powerhouse in Great Western Railway livery. This was really, really enjoyable. I enjoyed this. Go to London Paddington. We can. Can't go to London because the scenery doesn't go that far, and the route doesn't even go that far. Not in that one. Right. Where's my mouse cursor gone? My mouse cursor disappeared. There it is. For some reason my mouse cursor won't show up. That's strange. I shall show the scenario listing on tomorrow's stream. I shall be streaming tomorrow, Sunday. I shall be streaming from 2 o'clock in the afternoon until 6 PM. So we'll start off, we'll have a look at what scenarios are with that. For some reason my mouse cursor has decided to go for a Burton in the game. I don't know why. and it doesn't want to return for some reason. Alright then guys, I'm going to head off. Thank you very much for watching. As I said, I'll be back tomorrow. This route again is available through Alan Thompson Sims website and also on Track Simulations. Both of them links are in the description box below. Go and check them out. I shall be back tomorrow afternoon streaming, and we'll show off a little bit more of that line. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your evening. You've been watching Man and Martin's Gaming. See you again soon. Night night.